Also, Zolect died the other day. So, yeah. R.I.P. Zolect. I'm sorry. It was my fault, guys. I insulted him on accident. And he wanted to bury him. He literally buried himself right in front of me. I wish I recorded that, but I did not. Anyways, that was an awkward intro, but you get the idea. I have an idea where I'm going to be building a whole town for my starter base, and then have like a cliff backdrop as my mega base sort of thing, and maybe build like a tiny little town / empire sort of thing. And yeah, that's going to be my concept for the mega base. So why I'm standing here is because I want to build this house today, which will be storing my stone materials and stuff like that. And yeah, this whole town's gonna just be a storage system. And yeah, I just wanted to organize it by making different houses for each one of them, except for that house over there, which will be obviously my actual house in this whole village. But anyways, I do have an announcement to make. Once we reach our 500 sub goal, I am thinking of making a Discord server for all of you guys to join. So maybe subscribe, do as you wish, but it's free, and yeah, that's all. Time to get to the actual episode now. Just the time lapse today that we are going to build. Can we just appreciate Grand Canyon? Look at this. Like, I'm pretty sure Peppermint's built all of this, but wow, this is, I'm mind blown. Like, if we just walk down here, look at all this work that Peppermint put into this build right here. Like, I'm absolutely amazed, and honestly, this is way better than what I could do probably for the Grand Canyon. So yeah, this is very impressive, Peppermint. I am going to just say that you should build like the whole server. Now prepare for a very likely time lapse with the worst music you've ever heard in your life. Alright, as you can see from that very laggy time lapse, the build is pretty much finished for the most part. It's just one thing that is not, but we're gonna ignore that part. Anyways, so to kind of explain my sort of concept on why I'm using different buildings for storage system, I don't know the redstone, so this is my other option. So yeah, yes, it's kind of taking up space, but I do like the fact that all my buildings are going to have their own sort of unique storage and unique blocks within them. And I feel like it's just a good way to use a village instead of just decorating houses like usual. I could just make each building store different things. So I don't know if you guys can tell which material this will store, but it's obviously stone, because I tried to make the design more out of stone than wood or anything. And if you're wondering about this one, this is just going to be my actual store base. This is the one I'm actually going to decorate. As for this one, no, I'm not going to decorate it. It's going to be a storage thing instead. And there's this one problem with the build that I did not like. So basically, the problem was that corner right there, it was bothering me, right? And as you can see, like, it has like a sharp turn on the build right there. So what I did to cover it up basically is add a chimney. And as you can see, this is very, very what's the word for it? This is a very sneaky way to cover up like the mistakes of your builds. But regardless, it does look good, and I'm happy with it, and that's all that matters. So now that we have the build for this episode done, you're probably wondering, what am I going to do for the rest of this episode? The rest of the time we have here? Well, the answer is I don't really got anything planned, really, because I need approval from the server owner in order to do any of these. But I'm going to show you the basic thing of what I'm going to be doing. So, as you can see here, I have a small board of different sorts of minigame sort of ideas for the server. Now, these are usually called server events, like in Hermitcraft. They had tag, for example, in Season 8, where they would try to get the egg for the longest, and try to hide in, like, cool ways and stuff, and whoever reached 1,000 days first basically won. And this is kind of similar to that concept of having server events. So I'm going to just briefly and very vaguely go through them as fast as I can. The first one is called Manhunt with a Twist. Now, it's called Manhunt with a Twist for a reason. I'm not going to tell you the twist. But the thing is here, basically, Seeker's chosen, they kill people. Whoever they kill, basically, becomes a Seeker with them, and then they have to hunt down the hiders. Now, I'm not going to tell you the twist, because it's kind of, I don't know if it's obvious, but there's not much of a twist you can put on Manhunt. But, yeah. Anyways, I shall show you the next one, which is, it's always every episode where I get attacked by stupid zombies. Anyways, next one is called Soul Stealer. Basically, every player starts with one soul, and your objective is basically to just steal as many souls as possible, and the one with the most souls wins. I think that one's, like, literally the most self-explanatory out of all of them. This is seriously getting out of hand, this zombie problem. We need to definitely sleep, because it's getting dangerous out there. The next one I have here is called Task Games. Basically, every week of the event, you are given one task, and you have to complete it. And whoever completes the most tasks, in a tournament style, is the winner. And if you don't complete tasks, you're basically eliminated from the event. That's all I can say. I don't want to spoil more about this one either. Anyways, as you know, there's a lot of information left out about the events, and the reason I cannot provide more information is because I cannot set this up quite yet without the server owner's permission. I don't know why that's so difficult for me to say, but yeah, I'm waiting on, and like maybe for next week we set this up. I'm thinking I have a week to plan everything and stuff and try to like get it straight and have like a sign up place and all that. But yeah, it's not gonna happen right away, but just know there's one of those 3 events coming, and unfortunately I don't think we're gonna get to all of them this season, but whenever there's like a free spot available for when I can get to some of them, I will try my best. And right now seems like the perfect time to start an event since everyone has their gear and everything. Well, I don't really have my gear too much, but it's okay. But this seems like a good time to start the event in general because, well, yeah. And next episode, you guys will see which event it is. So stay tuned for that, everyone. And yeah, I'm afraid that's all we have time for